I was reading in Esther the other day, and what I love about the Word of God is I have read this passage so many times, but the new thought never came to me before, and that's what the power of the Word of God is that you can be reading something so over and over, and something new come to you. So anyway, Esther, chapter 4, 11 through 16, and the thought today is what to do when you are scared. Esther 4, 11 through 16 says, All the king's servants and the people of the king's provinces do know that whosoever, whether man or woman, shall come unto the king and into the inner court, who is not called, there is one law of his to put him to death, except such to whom the king shall hold out the golden scepter, that he may live. But I have not been called to come unto the king these 30 days. And they told to Mordecai Esther's words, because she was scared to go to the king, and Mordecai had told her she had to because of the decree that was going to kill all the people. And so then Mordecai says back, Then Mordecai commanded to answer Esther, Think not with thyself that thou shalt escape in the king's house more than all the Jews. For if thou altogether holdest thy peace at this time, then shall their enlargement and deliverance arise to the Jews from another place. But thou and thy father's house shall be destroyed. And who knoweth whether thou art come to the kingdom for such a time as this? Then Esther bade them return Mordecai this answer. This is what she did when she was scared, and this is what I love. Go, gather together all the Jews that are present in Shushan, and fast ye for me, and will neither eat nor drink 3 days, night or day. I also and my maidens will fast likewise, and so will I go in to the king, which is not according to the law. And if I perish, I perish. And so what Esther did when she was scared is she fasted and prayed. I've had a new awakening of the power of fasting, and I want to challenge you all to think about fasting for things that you're scared about. You know, one things that you need, things that you are concerned about, instead of just giving in to the fear. I was around somebody recently that has some phobias, some very serious phobias, and I don't know if those phobias are caused by the medication that she's on, or, like I saw the person look at me in the eye and say, I'm scared this person's going to hurt me. And I know that person, I know she's not going to hurt her. But I knew it was a real fear. And I said, I understand, but you got to fight that fear, and I try to talk her through fighting the fear. And I thought, if nothing else, if you could pray and fast for God to take away those fears, whatever it is that you're afraid of, pray and fast about it. That's what Esther did. And that's what I'd like to challenge you to do, is instead of giving in to whatever that fear is, instead of letting it crash you, you talk to God about it. You let God take care of it. And if you will do that, I believe you'll get the victory. I have a fear going on in my family right now, and what I'm doing about it is I'm trying to pray and fast about it for a certain period of time every week. And I'm not going to talk about the fasting and all that because I don't think you're supposed to, share all those details with somebody. But I do believe that if I challenge you all, maybe it would help encourage you to do it, to find a way to fast and pray about whatever it is that you are fearful of, and let God take care of that fear. Fasting it's a humbling thing. And while you're getting hungrier and you're praying every time the hunger pain comes, you think about that item, and it gives you more surrender to God about that fear, about whatever that thing is that you're burdened about. It's a great thing, and I just want to encourage you all to start your year out doing that. Instead of succumbing to fear, fast about that fear, like Esther did. And of course, we all know from the book of Esther the great victory that was wrought because Esther handled her fear in the right way. Rejoice in the Lord always, and again I say rejoice.